Hello, welcome to next session. In this session, we'll solve GATE 2021 XC Fluid Mechanics paper. Question number 1 is the general relationship between the shear stress tau and velocity gradient du by dy for a fluid is given by tau is equal to k bracket du by dy with power n, where k is a constant with appropriate units. The fluid is Newtonian if option A n is greater than 1, B n is less than 1, C n is equal to 1, D n is equal to 0. Okay. Now for Newtonian fluid we have this relationship tau is equal to k du by dy and k is your mu. So it is your dy. So n is 1. Okay. So answer is option C. Next, which one of the following option is true? Option A, path lines and streak lines are the same in an unsteady flow and the streamlines are tangential to the local fluid velocity at a point. B, streamlines are perpendicular to the local fluid velocity at a point and the streamlines and the streak lines are same in the steady flow. See, path line and streak lines are same in an unsteady flow and streamlines and streak lines are same in a steady flow. Streamlines are tangential to the local fluid velocity at a point and the streak lines and streamlines are same in steady flow. Okay. So answer is D, the streamlines are the tangential to local fluid velocity. Okay. So streamlines are the curve that is everywhere tangent to the instantaneous local velocity vector. Okay. And path lines, a path line is the actual path traveled by the individual fluid particle over the same period. And streak lines are the locus of the fluid particle that have passed through subsequently through a prescribed point in the flow. In steady flow, all these lines are same lines. Okay. Next, if P in is equal to 1.2 Pascal and P out is equal to 1 Pascal, are the average pressures at the inlet and outlet respectively for a fully developed flow inside a channel having a height of 50 centimeters, then the absolute value of a average shear stress in Pascal acting on the walls of the channel of the length 5 mm is 5 meter is option A 0.005, B 0.002, C 0.01, D 0.05. The shear stress distribution in between two parallel plates separated by a distance T and having the pressure gradient between inlet and outlet, because pressure is different at inlet and outlet, so there is pressure gradient is given by this tau is equal to 1 by 2 curly p by curly x t minus 2y. Okay, that is the derivation okay in the book. So where t is, this is the result of the derivation. Okay, the t is your 50 centimeter and y is from this valve, from one of the valve. Okay, so when now we have to find out the shear stress at valve, so we will put y is equal to 0, so it will be 1 by 2 curly p by curly x into t. Okay, so curly p by curly x is your 1 by 2 minus 1 by 5. Okay, pressure difference by 5, 0.2 by 5. Okay, and t is your 50 by 100. Okay, t is 50 by 100. So the shear stress is here 1 by 2 into 0.2 by 5 into 50 by 100. So that is 0.01 Pascal. Okay, so answer is 0.01 Pascal. Answer is your C. Next, consider a fully developed flow of a Newtonian fluid density rho, viscosity mu through a smooth pipe of diameter b and length l. the average velocity of flow is V if the length of the pipe is doubled, keeping uh, keeping V, D, rho and mu constant. Reflection factor option A increases by 2 times, remains the same. C decreases 2 times, increases 4 times. The fraction factor is we are 16 by RE in lambda flow. Okay, fully drug flow. Okay, so RE is your rho VD by mu, and so here the Reynolds number depends upon the diameter, not on the length, because it is internal flow. Okay, in case of internal flow, the Reynolds number is rho VD by mu, whereas in case of external flow, it is rho VL by mu. Okay, so as the Reynolds number remains same, so fraction so flow will also remain same. So B is same. Okay. Next, the absolute value of pressure difference between the inside and outside of a spherical soap bubble of radius r and surface tension gamma is. So option A 2 gamma by r, option B gamma by r, C gamma by 2 r, D 4 gamma by r. So this is your soap bubble with having two surfaces, inside and outside surfaces, and the surface radius of the surface is same. Let sigma be the gamma is the surface tension. Okay, then the surface, then this force is gamma into 2 pi r. Okay, at the outside surface and at the inside surface, it is gamma, again it is gamma into 2 pi r. So total force is 4 gamma pi r, and it is balanced by the pressure force. Pressure force is P into pi r square. Okay, so equating these two, we can get pressure as 4 gamma by r. That is, so that's the answer. Okay. Next, which of the following statement is true about continuity equation curly by curly x plus curly v by curly y plus curly w by curly z is equal to 0, where u, v and w are the velocity component along x, y and z coordinates respectively. Option A, the equation is valid only for the steady incompressible flow. The equation is valid for both steady and unsteady incompressible flow. Option C, the equation is valid for both steady and is valid only for steady compressible flow. The equation is valid for unsteady and unsteady compressible flow. So for compressible flow and both unsteady and unsteady flow, the equation is this: is curly rho by curly u, x curly v rho v by curly y, curly rho w by curly z plus curly rho by curly t, and rho is your density. Okay, so density is if density is not changing, then the flow is incompressible. Okay, so if we omit the density term, then the equation becomes this: curly u by curly x, curly v by curly y, and curly w by curly z is equal to 0. So this is valid for both steady and unsteady flow. This is not only okay. So it is valid for both steady and unsteady flow, but is for incompressible flow. So the equation is valid for both steady and unsteady incompressible flow. Answer is your B. Okay.